Hey everyone, Combo here, back with another Empires and Puzzles video, and today we are in day 5 of the 3-star Rush Attack Raid Tournament with no greens. I'm going to feature my 5 raid flags with commentary, explaining the teams I bring against my opponents and the tile movement throughout. Real quick before we get started, if you do enjoy this video or find it helpful, hit that like button, make sure you subscribe to my channel, and turn that notification bell on so you can be alerted when I drop new content. Without further ado, let's get into my 5 raid flags. I am currently 18-2 on the week. We've only got 2 losses, and our defense is doing pretty good. We're at a B rating. We were at an A rating up until yesterday. Lost quite a few battles now that we're in the end and the better teams are left. I'm running Jolly at tank. I've got the Druid version of Gunner, which gives shared damage to all enemies plus minus 44% defense for all enemies for 5 turns. I've also got Toon Ulmer and then 2 Toon Kareels. Since we cannot use green, obviously blue is going to be ideal for defense, but Jolly is a monster on defense at the tank position. In today's battles, we are first going to go up against an all blue team with Toon Gunner at tank. They've got Toon Valen, Toon Ulmer, and then 2 Frosties on the wings. I think that I am going to keep the same exact team here. I like having the Toon Wizards so that their superior master class talents have a chance to dispel the shared damage and defense up that all the enemies are going to have. So we're going to stick with this defense here. I am gonna start off with the yellows on the bottom left over here. Nice cascade of blues. I'm now going to match these 3 yellows on the top right. Now I need 1 more yellow tile, but I also like the idea of matching 4 blues, so that will give me both of my blue specials, because they're going to activate in 7 tiles up until Jolly goes off, and then everybody's going to activate in 6 tiles. Let's use Ulmer first and see if we can dispel the shared damage from anybody. It did not. All right, let's use Kareel over here, and I'm going to use these 3 yellow tiles so that I can get Jolly special. All right, let's use Jolly first here, and then I'm going to use these 3 purples so that I can get my Balthazars. How many more turns do they have? The shared damage for 5 more turns because it lasts longer for ice characters. So it's actually going to last for 7 turns. That is an eternity. All right. So they're all healed up. I'm going to wait to use my specials. I'm going to try to string them together. If we can dispel the shared damage from anybody, that would be ideal. Alright, let's use Ulmer to see if we can dispel the shared damage from anybody. Actually, it cannot be dispelled because of the effect from the Toon Link. That is really unfortunate. I don't know if I'm really going to be able to do anything to anybody. Try to hit somebody with the lowest amount of defense, maybe. They all have about the same amount of defense. Just going to try to crush the tank with tiles and specials, I think. I need everybody to stay alive and for that extra damage multiplier to come up, like, real quick. Please do not kill Ulmer. Yep. Alright. That's going to make this battle much more difficult, unfortunately. That really put a lot of damage on me. Note to self, use Toon Ulmer at tank with everybody else being blue heroes on defense next time this tournament comes up, because this has been a very, very annoying battle. We finally have the damage multiplier started, but that just means that they are gonna kill me that much sooner. Alright, well, that was not a fun match. We are 0 for 1 to start day 5 of the raid tournament. We need to have wins the rest of the time because I can only allow one more loss before having to pay 75 gems, which I really don't want to have to do. So this time we're going to be going up against a Toon Ulmer tank team. They've got Swan Maiden, Toon Balthazar, Toon Jahinger, and then also Toon Ganju. I am going to keep the same team, I think. Yeah. We're going to keep the same team. This team has been doing really well for me this week, other than that match that we just had, which if I have another Toon Gunner again, then I'm going to have to change things up for sure. All right, let's start up with these purples and blues together. Nice cascade of blues. And we have an enemy already dead. I forgot who was even there. I'm going to match these purples and yellows now. This battle's going much better than the previous. I'm going to match these reds, so that sets off a little cascade of greens to do a little bit of tile dumping. Very nice. Ulmer's dead. Let's use my Ulmer. And let's see if we can kill Swan Maiden before she gets activated. And Ganju. All right, and this battle should be over right now. That was extremely quick. We are now 1 for 2 on day 5. Next up, we are going to be going up against a Glass Azar tank team. They've also got Glass Ganju, Glass Jahinger, Glass Balthazar, and Toon Tyram. So I want to mix up this team, bring in another blue. Let's bring in another Kirill. And get the attacking troop on him. And I might bring in Ganju instead of Balthazar. Since they've got so many glass heroes, I'll be able to reduce the mana with Ganju. All right, let's go to battle with these 3 blues and 2 yellows. I'm going to start off with these 3 blues, setting off a cascade of the yellows. Now I'm going to match these greens and purples in the middle to try to do a little bit of tile dumping. It's also going to move up that yellow tile so I can match yellows next turn. Let's indeed match these, and that should kill Azar. Perfect. And some nice ghosted blue tiles so that I get my 3 blue specials. And Jolly as well now. Let's use him first to heal, and I'm going to use Ulmer since he attacks everybody. Now, the minor damage from Kirill should kill Jahinger since he does extra damage to blue. Perfect, or rather extra damage to red. Now, let's kill Ganju over here. Let's reduce Balthazar's mana. I'm going to get my yellow specials back. This match is going to go very smooth and very quick. Nice cascading. That'll give me my blue specials, which will end this match very quickly. We'll give Kirill the finishing blow. And we are now 2 for 1 on, or 2 and 1 on day 5. Next up, we have a Glass Balthazar tank team with 2 Dawns, another Glass Balthazar, and a Jolly. So I definitely want to keep my Toons in here because of the Dawns and the minions that reduce mana, so at least the Toons will have a 75% chance to resist that. I'm going to keep the same exact team in here, actually, because I don't really have another yellow that I would want to put in. I do have Felton I could put in over one of the Kirills. You know what? I am going to do that, I think. Actually, you know what? I'd rather have the Toon in there to resist the instant mana reduction from the minions. We're going to keep this same exact team, actually. I would like to start off with these 3 yellows up against Balthazar on the wing. Now I'm going to match the purple so that I can move up that 1 yellow tile. I was hoping to get a yellow down on the bottom. We should be able to kill this Balthazar. Perfect. Now I'm going to match these reds and blues, setting off a cascade of purples so we can do a little bit of tile dumping and some more. And Balthazar is dead. Awesome. I'm going to ghost these purple tiles so that I can move up that blue tile. Let's match these blues here. That will give me all 3 of my blue specials. I'm going to use Ulmer first, of course. And then let's see if we can kill Dawn before Jolly heals. And we were able to. Awesome. I'm just going to hit this purple dragon so I can match some yellow tiles next turn. Now we can heal with Jolly. And I'd like to ghost some tiles, but I really don't see any great options. Let's match these reds here. Gonna match these blues. And the yellow's up against Dawn. We might be able to kill Dawn between Ganju and these yellow tiles. And actually, I'm going to hit the purple diamond. That's going to set off a cascade with the yellows. And some more yellows and some blues. That will definitely kill her. Perfect. All right. Now let's use Ulmer first. My Kareels, Ganju, and hit this blue diamond. And that might be the end of this match. And it is. Awesome. All right. After our first loss, we are now 3-1. We have one match left here on day 5 of this raid tournament. We're going to be going up against a gunner, but not the toon version and not 5 blues. So I'm going to bring back in my Balthazars so we have a chance to remove the shared damage and defense up from everybody with their superior master class from their talents. And we're going to keep the same team for the rest of the team. All right. I am going to start off with the 3 blues horizontally. That's going to make it so I can match 4 purples next turn. Actually, I can match a diamond. Just kidding. We had a cascade of purples. All right. Well, I'm going to match the 3 purples now so I can match some blues next turn. Let's match some more blues. All right, we got our blue specials. And before Gunner went off, let's hit everybody with Ulmer first. Now, I think I can kill Hawkmoon with Kareel. I'm going to hit him or hit her with the main part of Kareel so that she definitely dies. And this will probably kill Ganju. And if it doesn't, I do have some blue tiles I can match. Perfect. I wanted to make sure that we killed Hawkmoon, which is why I hit her with the main part of Kareel before she healed. Ooh, we are going to need to heal real quickly. So let's move up this yellow. I think Jolly might die before he can heal. Not from the burn damage. If he gets hit by anybody, he might die, though. Please survive. All right. Kareel is dead, but that's okay. Just need Jahinder to not go off again. I'm going to hit this red diamond so we can do some tile dumping this turn. But I'm actually going to match these purple tiles, which will set off that cascade of reds. That way we get more tiles to come down. Lots of yellows. Very nice. Let's see if we can kill Gunner before he goes off. Not quite. Although these blue tiles might do the trick. Not quite. Give me a cascade. Awesome. All right. Let's use Ulmer and ghost these yellow tiles, although Jolly might be dead before he can go off. Not quite. Let's match these 3 yellows. It's going to be a close match. Tyram got a special. Please do not attack Jolly. And he did, of course. Well, that wasn't good. Alright, let's match these blues so that I can get Ulmer's special. We're going to have to get lucky here. I definitely need to kill Jahinder before he goes off again. Awesome. He's dead. Tyram's about to go off, but I don't even really have any tiles I can match up against him other than one green tile, which isn't going to be that great. I'm going to match these 3 reds. Hopefully we get some blues. We did get a little bit of a cascade. Oh, man, Ulmer's almost dead. Let's match these blues here, see what kind of damage that does. Let's use Ulmer, match these purples, which will give me Balthazar, I think. And maybe this will be enough to kill him. And it is. Wow. We somehow clutched out a win. I will take it. 4-1 on the last day. 3 losses on the week. So we went 22-3. Currently ranked in the top 1% and ranked 422. So we definitely will end up in the top 1%. Again, our defense has a B rating right now. Looking very good for the top 1%. Let me know how your 3-star Rush Attack raid tournament with no green is going this week. But that is going to do it for today's video. I hope you did enjoy it or found it helpful. And if you did, hit that like button. Make sure you sub to my channel, and I'll catch you guys next time.